Hello and welcome to the daily English news program on Azerbaycan Television. With your host Elia Hüseyinli with the most important events of the day. President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, İlham Aliyev, received in a video format a delegation led by Chairman Joint Chiefs of Staff Committee of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, General Nadim Raza.
Salam alaikum.
President İlham Aliyev welcomed the delegation to Azerbaijan and expressed confidence that this visit will further strengthen military cooperation between our countries. The head of our state thanked brotherly Pakistan for the solidarity and support shown during the war. The 44 days war for the liberation of our lands ended with the victory of Azerbaijan over Armenia. President İlham Aliyev said from the first day of the war, Pakistan has shown solidarity and support for Azerbaijan. Pakistan supported the implementation of the UN Security Council resolutions calling for the immediate and unconditional withdrawal of troops from the occupied territories of Azerbaijan and condemned the Armenian aggression. It was an example of true brotherhood and friendship. Relations between our countries have a long history. Pakistan is one of the few countries in the world that does not have diplomatic relations with Armenia and hasn't officially recognized Armenia due to the occupation of Azerbaijani lands. Azerbaijan in turn has always supported Pakistan on all other issues, including Kashmir. This support is provided by us at the UN, the Organization of Islamic Cooperation and other international institutions. President İlham Aliyev emphasized that during the summit of the Economic Cooperation Organizations to be held on March 4th in a video format, the economic cooperation as well as energy transport issues between our countries will be discussed. The head of our state expressed hope that Pakistan will join the existing and emerging transport routes through our country. Thus, the bilateral cooperation in this area will be expanded as well. Emphasizing the great potential in the military cooperation of our countries, the head of our state said the future plans in this regard will be discussed. President İlham Aliyev said that the military equipment from Pakistan was procured not long ago and that this process will continue. Furthermore, the head of our state stressed the beginning of joint military exercises. We have already witnessed the good results of the trilateral cooperation formed among Azerbaijan, Turkey and Pakistan in political, defense and other areas. I believe that we will unite our efforts to strengthen our positions and contribute to peace. We had to restore justice ourselves when we saw that international law did not work. The UN Security Council resolutions were not implemented for 27 years. The international community did not impose sanctions on Armenia. Armenia was not punished and endless negotiations have reached an impasse. We have achieved this and demonstrated it to the whole world. Thus, our military cooperation will contribute to the establishment of peace in the world, said President İlham Aliyev, and once again welcomed the delegation to our country and wished them productive deliberations. Chairman Joint Chiefs of Staff Committee of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, General Nadim Raza, thanked President İlham Aliyev for cordial welcome and said it's an honor for him to meet with the head of our state. Chairman Joint Chiefs of Staff Committee General Nadim Raza, on his own behalf, all the armed forces of Pakistan and the people of Pakistan congratulated President İlham Aliyev and the people of Azerbaijan on the complete victory in the 44-day war. General Nadim Raza said our victory was celebrated in Pakistan with the same desire. At any moment of the war, the operations of the Azerbaijani armed forces were the main topic in our media, said Chairman Joint Chiefs of Staff Committee of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, General Nadim Raza, and once again congratulated the head of our state on the complete victory.
In accordance with instructions of President İlham Aliyev, arrangements of visits of representatives of international organizations, foreign media and the diplomatic corps accredited to our country to the liberated territories continue. The goal is to inform the international community about atrocities and barbarism committed by Armenians. One of the issues that President İlham Aliyev emphasized during the press conference held for a representative group of local and foreign mass media on February 26 was the legal action before international organizations against Armenia for damage caused by it. The significance of the Second Karabakh War is not limited only to the restoration of our territories, our territorial integrity. The whole world saw the real face of Armenian fascism. We must, of course, should assess and are assessing all the damage inflicted. On my instructions, now the relevant structures of Azerbaijan are conducting videotaping and photographing, as well as filming from drones. All damage will be calculated. Work has begun on recording all destroyed houses so that citizens can individually apply to international courts. First of all, to the courts of Azerbaijan and then to international courts for compensation for damage, President İlham Aliyev said. On behalf of President İlham Aliyev, representatives of international organizations, including the diplomatic corps in our country, visit the territories liberated from occupation, where they witness the atrocities and barbarism committed by the Armenians. All this not only testifies to the righteousness of Azerbaijan, but also reveals the true essence of the Armenians. The head of state has repeatedly noted that an assessment will be carried out in these territories with the participation of representatives of international assessment organizations. One of the upcoming main tasks is the demining of territories. Upon completion of this assessment, this issue will be reflected in the submitted claim. Deputy of Milli Meclis Cevdet Osmanov noted that at next stage international experts will be invited to Azerbaijan to assess the total damage caused to our country. A criminal case will be initiated against the war criminals and various measures will be taken on the international plane to issue compensation by Armenia to Azerbaijan for the damage caused. At a press conference for local and foreign journalists, the head of state also said that relevant documents have been signed related to the study and calculation of damage. Documents have been signed with international companies that have experience in this area. They will arrive in Azerbaijan soon. The head of state said that surely they themselves will investigate, but we will provide them with the necessary materials. These international companies have experience in this area, and of course, claims will be filed with international courts to compensate for the damage caused, to pay compensation. The lawsuit against the Armenian state, which was recently initially filed by our country with the European Court of Human Rights, contains 4 issues. Those are a violation for almost 30 years as a result of the Armenian occupation of international rights, including the rights of Azerbaijani citizens protected by the European Convention on Human Rights, provocations committed by the Armenian side last July, inhuman treatment during the 44-day patriotic war, as well as shelling from heavy artillery, long-range ballistic missiles of our territories and settlements located far from the combat zone, the use of phosphorus bombs, and other prohibited weapons, which is a flagrant violation of the requirements of the Geneva Convention. Tural Genjaliyev, chairman of the Public Association, Azerbaijani Community of Nagorno-Karabakh region of Azerbaijan, noted that our country is building its activities to expose Armenian vandalism both within the framework of PACE and the OSCE Parliamentary Assembly. But unfortunately, UNESCO and other international organizations ignored the issue related to the damage inflicted by the Armenians. They simply turned a blind eye to it. But the time has come to condemn Armenian vandalism and resolve this issue within the framework of international law. During the conflicts, the Armenians caused hundreds of billions of dollars worth of damage, and Armenia must be held accountable for this. Foreign companies that illegally exploited our natural resources will also be held accountable. Amnesty International recently published a report criticizing the barbarity and atrocities committed by Armenia. All this once again demonstrates the fair position of Azerbaijan and gives confidence that in the future our country will also win in the European Court of Human Rights. It is very important to fulfill the trilateral statement that acts as the main guarantor of lasting peace amid the new situation that has arisen in the region due to the agreement on the cessation of hostilities in the Nagorno-Karabakh region. Spokesperson for Azerbaijan's Foreign Ministry, Leyla Abdullayeva, said answering the journalist's question about the documents adopted by the parliaments of some European countries. Quote, "The Azerbaijani side always emphasizes that the implementation of the signed trilateral statement is an important condition for ensuring lasting peace, security and development in the region. The Italian parliament has been paying attention to the implementation of the trilateral statement for the second time. In the resolution adopted on the status of implementation of the agreement between Armenia and Azerbaijan, they called the parties to take constructive action. While demonstrating a balanced policy, the Italian parliament instructed the government to work bilaterally with both countries to promote confidence-building measures to create conditions for future reconciliation between Armenia and Azerbaijan, the spokesperson noted. The Committee for Foreign Relations of the Dutch Parliament adopted a resolution calling on the government in connection with the release of prisoners of war kept by Azerbaijan. Another unfounded and completely one-sided document that once again demonstrates that for parliamentarians in some countries, the prejudice is above everything. even above the efforts to ensure peace in the region, Leyla Abdullayeva concluded. Azerbaijan's Defense Ministry released video footage from Beşdəli village of Zengilan district. Beşdəli village is situated in the administrative territory of Zengilan district. This settlement is located in the foothills. According to local residents, the village was named after 5 brave brothers who arrived from the village of TV of the Ordubat region. The village occupied by Armenia in 1993 was liberated by armed forces of Azerbaijan on November 7, 2020. "319 infections with novel coronavirus were registered in Azerbaijan. 161 people recovered after treatment and were released home. 5 people who earlier tested positive for COVID-19 died. The overall confirmed cases in Azerbaijan have reached 235,633, with 229,143 recoveries and 3,230 deaths. The number of active infections is 2,960. To detect new infection cases over the past day, 7,928 tests and overall 2,618,808 tests have been conducted in Azerbaijan, the task force under the Cabinet of Ministers reported. That was all for today. Thank you for being with us and see you next time.